everybody. It's 5:35 here in the morning, and I did my best to get up and do a live show, but I'm still feeling bad. This has been 2 weeks where I'm feeling horrible, and it's been different stuff, so I'm not like terminally ill or anything, so don't feel bad for me. But I feel horrible, and I can't sit up there 2 hours, so I'm gonna make a quick video, and I'll be by my phone pretty much all day and being by the television watching what's going on. First of all, the main elephant in the room today is the Hardy situation. I'm hearing not good things, but you hear, it don't matter what you hear before those hearings, because whatever happens in those hearings is going to happen in those hearings. So I'm hearing not good things, but that really doesn't matter. It matters what happens inside that hearing and what happens moving forward. But if he doesn't come down off that 10-game suspension, then he's pretty much useless for us. I'm gonna give you a hint. Something you probably hadn't thought about. He hadn't played in like 2 years, so you can imagine, how out of shape his legs are. And you can't get. If you remember Michael Jordan, when he was 45? I call him 45 because he really wasn't 23. But 45 came back and he was practicing. He was doing all that kind of stuff before he came back to the NBA. But when he got back and played an actual game, he had to wait for his legs to come back. And I'm sure football is the same way, especially when you're in a position where you don't get that type contact until you play in the game. If you go to practice, they do the moves and they do all kind of stuff, but they don't have like real hand on body on hand combat until you get into a real game situation. So that's the thing about Hardy, and that's the thing that's gonna worry me. We need to see him at least down to 7 games, maybe. If we can get him down to 6 games, then by the time the playoffs come around, if we're ready and if we're in contention, then he's gonna be a huge factor for us. If we have to go 10 games without him, then Randy Gregory, my boy, you gonna have to do it, man. I'm hearing good things about Randy Gregory. That's a good segue into the OTAs. In OTAs, Brian Broaddus is saying some very good things about Randy Gregory. This is one of my, as far as talent on the football field, this was one of my favorite draftees this year. I mean, if you look at his tape, he looks like he's just ferocious out there. And it's weird because he's such a skinny dude for a defensive lineman, but he is ferocious. He has a kill shot. He's a finisher. You know what I'm saying? So what we get from Randy Gregory, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot. I hope he gives us more than even DeMarcus Lawrence did last year. They're in kind of similar situations. Lawrence had to bulk up. Lawrence just got hurt, but when he came along, he did well. Gregory, same thing, is going to have to bulk up. Hopefully he stays healthy and gives us, some solid pass rush until Hardy gets better. The running back situation, I know all of you heard what Randall said about DeMarco leaving meat on the bone. And I just thought that was just plain stupid. Why would you talk junk about someone who just broke records and you're coming up next? What you just did is you told everybody, I'm going to get 1,800 plus because I ain't going to leave meat on the bone like DeMarco did. I'm going to get 19. I'm going to get 2,000 yards rushing because this guy who broke the record last year, that record wasn't nothing. I can break that record. It was just a very dumb thing to say on all levels. So let's just stop dragging DeMarco. Until we hear DeMarco start dragging the Cowboys, saying the Cowboys ain't nothing without me, then let's just quit dragging DeMarco and just beat us behind when we see him in the season. Quit this, because this don't mean nothing. Just go in there and blow him up. If that's what you can do. Just go out on the field and do what you got to do. Don't do this. Left a lot of meat on the bone. Man, you better have that bone clean this year than Randall. I think Randall's the best we got. I really do, and I'm a D-Mac fan, but Randall, he's got to be a lot smarter than he has been since he's been a professional, period. Offensive line, just golden. It's going to golden, and that's why I'm thinking a lot of DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory. I heard Randy Gregory going against Tyron. He's learning a lot. So our defensive line is going to learn a lot from our offensive line with them two sparring. As far as anything else, man, I'm just waiting to see where Byron Jones ends up and things of that sort. So I'm gonna watch TV, and I'm just gonna wait for this Hardy decision. We should have it in a couple of hours. All right, guys. I'll see you on Facebook, see you on Twitter, and see you on YouTube. All right, holla.